It's the on Madden Football.
From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Chargers.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Now they run from the gun with Gordon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Ryan. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Ryan to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. From the 50, here's Herbert. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbuna. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. He'll get that complete to Albert O. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 on 1st.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Yeah, this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on the last drive, but fell incomplete. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays right after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. second quarter now, Falcon football. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Gordon on first down. Finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Dante Jackson picks it. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit.
Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this punt will go out of bounds and it'll be inside the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's brought down after a very nice game. And boy, Charles, it is no doubt a passing league. We get that, but did you ever think we would see someone pass for 7,000 yards in a season? He just went over that threshold.
Brandon, 7,000 yards means you've had a monster game each and every game of the year. If you throw for 350, that would hurt your average. That means you've made every throw. Very few drops by your receivers. You've moved the ball effectively.
And this will be caught. It's Johnson for the Charger touchdown. Deontay Johnson, touchdown number 22 on the season. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gordon, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 41, Ryan. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. To throw again is Ryan. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback...
And this is caught! And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. And this will be caught. It's Johnson for the Charger touchdown. Deontay Johnson with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
A big play that time on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing again, Ryan. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He's going to look deep down the field and unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Herbert. Complete. It's Johnson. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this one is incomplete. So you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Final adjustments being made for the 2nd half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this 3rd quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see.
And he works free. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. From the 25 on 2nd down, Herbert got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
A gain of 6 yards.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Chargers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Let's go. Extra point. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On 1st down, Gordon. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
97 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Gordon. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ryan. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Play action. It's Ryan. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On 2nd and 2, Ryan sets up the screen to Gordon.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Here's Ryan. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Ryan. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Now young Ray Koo, who of course used to kick for the Chargers, on for the field goal.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Herbert on 1st down now. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd and very short, Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Falcons' offense set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
That's checked down to Gordon.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
The throw over the middle taken in and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. 3rd and long. It's Ryan.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. There are the the fourth quarter in Denver. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At about the 32.
He'll set up to throw from the gun. On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Picked up by Anthony Harris. A nice little juke. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Ryan. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The LA offense ready for this next possession.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Herbert. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there. But they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really pass, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 31, Ryan. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
He's going to have the hook up to Gage. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.